different projects.
Well, in 2015, I decided to do a parody of the Dog Whisperer called the Dog Talkerer, where I played Caesar Ensaladas instead of Caesar Milan. And I needed a couple, and right off the top, I said, well, I want Keith and I want Star Verasic, who's been in the dinner shows with us. I mean, they'd be a perfect couple for this dog, where there's nothing wrong with the dog, but Caesar thinks there is. And I said, I gotta have Keith, and you said yes. I was so happy.
It was fun. It was so fun. Like, I definitely wanted to do more of that. But yeah, because by that point I was then getting more into film. Mm-hmm. The film aspect, in the acting world. It was 2012. 2012, Star had actually told me about like the 48-hour film festival, where you go on a team and you make a short film in 48 hours. Because she had done it in 2011, and she's like, "This is so fun." And I had always known that I wanted to explore other aspects of acting, not just stage.
Of course.
I wanted, I basically want to just do it all. TV too. I haven't done TV yet or commercials, but someday.
Right.
But yeah, so it was 2012. I had done the 48-hour film festival, and
what's that like?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy because you pick out, the director of the team has to pick out like a genre, and then there's a line that has to be used in each film. There's a line and then a prop, and you have to like stick it in there somehow. So basically, and then you pick out a genre out of a hat, and then you basically how it's always worked is that that Friday night, you're the person, the writer director, they're coming up with the ideas, and then they come up with a script. You pretty much, and you can start shooting that night, Friday night, depending what they have in mind. You shoot Saturday, and then they usually the teams edit it Sunday and then turn it in Sunday evening.
How do you get cast? Yeah. How do you get cast for something like that as an actor?
There is actually a website. There is a year-round website, 48-hour film project. But also look for Tampa, St. Petersburg, more local. But you actually can do Orlando. There's one in Orlando, because this is like a nationwide, also a worldwide situation. Wow. That all these different cities from around the world are actually doing this. But yeah, there is a website, and I ended up needing to use that because Star had done the 2012 one with me. And then in 2013, she was going to create a team, herself, and I was going to help her out. But that just that was kind of costly. And then also, trying to get together that stuff, the equipment and casting and whatnot. But we had ran into a woman who she was still looking for people, for actors for her team. So we had asked her, hey, can we, be on your team? And she said, sure. So we had done that one. And then the 2014 one, Star, I don't think she was available to do it. But I knew that I wanted to. I want to do it. I want to be on someone's team and do this, because I fell in love with film acting as well.
So you just reach out to the director, and
that year she wasn't, that particular director from 2013, she wasn't involved. So that's when then I had to kind of start fresh, go on the website, and you make a profile. What you want to do, because you can do that even as as an editor, as director of photography, sound, any aspect. You can make a profile, and if there's a team that looks at your profile resume and they like it, then they can reach out to you. And I think it was it might have been 2 or 3 days, maybe before shooting, maybe 4 days at most. I just remember it was like literally last minute, and I'm thinking, oh, I guess I'm not doing the 48 hours this year, going to something else, because it's always during the summertime, and
of
usually
course.
I wasn't doing shows, so I've just figured, okay, my next acting gig will be whatever might be coming up like in the fall. But yeah, then this one director, Valerie, she had emailed me, and at first, I'm thinking, I don't recognize the name, and so it's kind of scary when you get like emails from like random people. So I was glad that I opened up the email, and it was Val saying, hey, I saw your profile, and I need a male actor. I want a guy for my team. And so then we emailed, and I joined her team, and I've pretty much been doing the 48-hour with her ever since, because then there was another team that kind of would team up with her. Like if she wasn't directing the film with her film company, she would still be involved with it to help edit, and vice versa. Like if she was in charge, then they would help. Instead of them being in charge of their own team, they would just come aboard our team and help us out. So it's kind of like this like back and forth thing. I was always working with the same people, for the past, ever since 2014. Yeah.
Okay. We're leaving you in suspense. But that's the first part. Like I said, it's a good length interview, and you're getting part 1 now. So be ready. Just listen next week, and you'll hear part 2. And he'll expand on more film work, and he'll go into some of his favorite roles, favorite shows he's seen, and other roles he'd like to play, and even him being a production assistant on a film, taking a different approach to the creativity, not just being an actor. So that's good. And he even has an Etsy shop you'll hear more about, and so much more. So come back next week and listen to him, and thank you for everybody who has listened. But I'd love for you to subscribe to the show. So please click subscribe on whatever you're listening to, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, and even YouTube. I'm on there. Subscribe. This way you get all the latest episodes right into your device or whatever you listen to. And share these stories with your friends. And if you want to be a guest, just write to me at artistmatters1@gmail.com. And love to have you on the show. I have so many more artists that I'm interested in learning about. I want to hear from writers, painters, even architects. I haven't gone that route yet. So I'd love to hear from some more musicians, even people in other aspects of filmmaking, whether it's sound design or set design, costuming. I really like some cosplayers out there. So special effects makeup. I really want to get into that. So if you are one of those artists, or know someone who is, or some other artist I haven't mentioned, please hit me up. I am really wanting to hear these stories and share them with you, because art really does matter. It's mattered in my life, and like I've said before, when I've turned my back on it, life is just not going right. Things are not going well. It just sucks, basically. Once I turn back to it and embrace it and listen to that little voice inside my head saying, hey, pick up a pen, do some writing, pick up a pencil, do some drawing, or pick up a video camera and shoot some video, do some voiceover work just for fun. I have to answer the call. Gotta listen to it. So, thanks again for listening to this episode of part 1 of the interview with Keith Surplus. And I will see you all next week with part 2. I guess I could still say it for this episode. Why not? No matter where you go, let your creativity flow.